it's Zadira, and I'm back with another tour of homes, one home in particular, and this home is a castle. I'm really excited to share this with you. It took a lot of work to build it. In fact, I even took it down a couple of times because I was so unhappy with it, but I think it ended up well. I'm actually on the Olympus Map. This is such a beautiful map, and it's really some scariness on it. It has some really scary areas, but we're not going to be touring the map today, but it is a fun map to go explore, and it's free right now. It's being built by a modder, and so check out the mods and check out the Olympus Map mod if you want to play on your single player or if you have a server that you're hosting. All right, guys, I'll take you down here. There's a little bit of a river. It's a little bit like kind of foggy, kind of cloudiness going on. I'm not sure. There's a little bit of a haze, but I went down this river. I'll show you out here. I went to this area where you can spawn in, and it's called the canyons, I believe, is the spawn, where it says if you want to spawn in the canyons. It's fairly safe. I don't know where a really super safe place is because of raptors. And I don't know if it's our mod settings, our server settings on this server, but there seems to be so many raptors on this server. Carnos, raptors, and Rexes. I was assuming this was going to be a fairly safe place to spawn in, but this is where we are. Let me show you my map. It's kind of, for some reason, my map keeps getting... it disappears. I'm not sure why. So I've actually been all over the map, but this shows this spawning area right here, and I don't know if it's the most safe or not, but I thought it would be, but it's definitely not very safe because of the raptors, carnos, and rexes. And then I ended up, you can see, kind of facing this way. There's the green obelisk. Look how beautiful that has vines all over it. And then my castle is just right there if you want to find this spot. My spot that I found itself, once I was able to get there, is super safe. Because I'm up on a cliff, and I like to build. See, there's a Rex right there. I like to build on a high area so that nothing can get me. And that's less fence building, I think, is kind of my reasoning for doing that. I'm having a little bit of glitching. We do have the classic flyers on this map. And again, there's a Carno. And again, I'm not sure if it's the classic flyers or if it's I don't know. Anyway, there's some freezing and stuff. But anyway, look here. Here is the castle. I'm so excited. But see how safe this is? I found this after running and running and running from raptors and carnos and rexes, and finally got to this place. So you can see you can access up from that side of the river, and you can access from that side of the river. And but other than that, I haven't had any problem. The only problem I've had is a titan sword, those big, gigantic, humongous animals that actually came up here and started stomping around on me while I was trying to build. I finally decided to take... I thought he would just go away. I didn't even think he could get up there because he started off down here in these woods. But he did actually come up here and started stomping around. So I got my flyer and pecked him on the nose a little bit and got him to follow me far, far away. Way, way, way over there. And then he came back. I couldn't believe it. But then that's all I've seen of him. I did see another one earlier today, somewhere right in here. So he may come visit us while we're taking the tour. Anyway, this is the tour. You can come up the path right here. So this is, if you're on the Olympus Map, this is a very safe place to build overall. Once you can get here. Getting here was the problem. And this is how it looks. Let's do a fly around and show you a little bit. This is the from a sky view. We have a little pen built. We have a courtyard area. There's the castle itself. And it goes all the way out here, and you can see there's just this big, giant platform up here that you can build on, and it's fairly flat, pretty flat overall. And then there's another little gardening area that they can go out and have afternoon tea. Then here's the little house where the poor servants can live. And my workshop area. So that's a sky tour. Let's land, and I'll take you down. You can see there's a little bit of a hiccup, a little hitch in our get along. And I think it's the classic flyers. I'm just not sure. I don't know. We're able to get a lot of speed on the server. I just don't know. Anyway, any information about any of these mods you can find down in the description below. There are a lot. Mostly the castle, keep, and fort mod is being used, and a lot of the ecos mods are being used, so that makes it super, super fun. Okay, this is the area where I have my few dinos. There's a 20 map cluster, so I don't have a lot of dinos on each map. It's easy to move our animals, our creatures from map to map, so I have a creature that I need on here as I'm needing it, and then I can put it back in the obelisk and send it back home to my main base on a Missa. So that makes it really fun, and you don't have to take care of all the dinos. You don't have a zillion dinos. You just have what you need. But some of the little decorations to make it look more fun and more like someone's actually living here. I think I'll turn off my backspace. And just, I don't know, it's just really makes Ark a very fun game to play. Let's start here. We have a big gate. This was so I could bring my trike and different animals in as I needed them, but I don't need them anymore. This is my workshop area, and I used a sign to say Yale Workshop. I think those signs are really neat. You can't put a lot of lettering on them, but it's fun for a few letters. I used a lot of the ivies in my builds. I think it makes it look a lot more, I don't know, more authentic or something, because you'd think you'd have greenery around. This is the keep flooring foundation, and then I used villager foundation. We have different workshops. This is the masonry table. Let's see, let's turn our backspace on. Let's see, this is the villager table, and this is the carpentry table. And so you have lots of different structures. If we look in here, I'll show you all the structures. You have banners, battlements, anyway, on and on and on. It shows in each one, you can see the different types of roofs. And each structure, you can actually put on a wheel and change the look of the structure. So that even makes it more, lots more structures that you can build with. You can see there's just so many. It's a lot of fun. It's a wonderful mod. And the person that's working on it, I believe he's still working on it, so that's good. I haven't had any problems with it at all that I can think of right off the bat. Some of the roof pieces I do struggle with, and it could possibly be that I just don't know what I'm doing. I will always admit that. Here's my little sheep pen for my small animals. We have colors. We have a plug-in on this server. It's not a mod, it's a plug-in, and we have the prettiest colors for our dinos. Oh my gosh. And have a little shine horn that I got on a Missa map, and I brought it over so I could have it to have its little sounds and cuteness in this pen. And that's what the colors are. It's a plug-in for the server, so if you need all the information for all of that is down below in the description area. We have Eco's windmill. I think that really adds to it. I like the fact that it moves in the wind. Well, it just moves all the time. And her gates and fences. And I'll show you. I was saying you can change. Let's show you on this keep foundation. You push down on the menu, and you can see you can change it to this must be graystone. There's mossy, sandstone, hellfire. Wow, that would be awesome. Red granite, dark matter. That's super spooky. That'd make a good Halloween one, wouldn't it? And then obsidian. And one of my favorites is I like to use the keep, even though it's more expensive, I like to use the keep foundation and change it to wood. I think I actually have that inside. Yes, I have that inside the house. I like to have the wood floors in the house better than The floors, the villager, let's change this back real quick. The villager and settler floors look a little bit old for me for a house floor. So I like to use the key foundations and change them to wood. But anyway, that's our little sheep pen. Here's our little house. You notice I don't have doors on anything hardly. I don't, doors just annoy me. And really, we're on a PvE server. Nobody can, nothing can be harmed if you can unlock if you want to, but nobody can access anything. So everything is safe. So why have doors, right? So that way you don't hear the opening and closing, opening and closing, opening and closing. So this is, again, this is Eco's kitchen items. And I used her, this right here, the food tray, to make most of them. But I love having a sink. I love having a grill and a refrigerator that all work amazingly well. And then you can paint them if you want, and gives you a little bit of color into your scheme of your dining area. This is the dining area and kitchen. Then here's the sitting area, living room area, and you can sit and read a book and relax by the fire after a long day of searching for obsidian and oil. A little storage area under the stairs, and then you go up the stairs and there's like an attic area. I always put my, this is called an AA workbench, and I don't know why it's so modern. I should ask the guy on his page why he made that so like looks like something tech when all of his other things look very like primitive. So I always try to keep this up in the attic or in a storage room out of sight because it doesn't match anything. But that's the AA mod, and oh my goodness, if you want a nice mod for your server, I just love this mod. It's so much fun. Let me show you. It has a console that you don't have to use. You can't really see the Ingrams very well, but they're everything. You have everything in here. Here's a kibble table, a forge. You have an oil drum to keep your oil in. There's a plant commander. The fertilizer silo and compost bin are my two favorite things that I put almost immediately as soon as I can in a garden, because your compost bin, let's see, which one is the compost bin? Let's see. I'm not seeing. Let's see. Let's do a search. C-O-M. Yeah, it's right there. It's hard to see. It will pick up all the poop in your area. It'll turn it, if you add thatch, it'll turn it into fertilizer. And then, oh, we have to take this out of the search. And then your silo takes the fertilizer and puts it in your crop plots for you. I mean, I can't believe how easy it is. And it works just flawlessly. You also have your egg crate, and that picks up, I usually have a couple of dodos and different animals that lay eggs. And if you need eggs for kibble, that picks your eggs up for you. It'll pick up wild eggs also. So if you're living in an area where a lot of brontos walk around, or trikes, or even put one down where there are argents where you have the higher level eggs, it's an easy way to gather eggs. And then the veggie crate will take the veggies out of your garden and store them for you. It's just so much fun. Anyway, on and on and on. I could go on forever about it, but that's the AA workbench. And then here's a little area where we have for sleeping, and it looks like an attic, and so it's very fun. I just love Eco's mods. It just makes the whole house feel more lived in and alive instead of just a bunch of structures with no personal possessions. So that's the little house that we have for the servants to live in, to take care of the castle. Let's go over here. The beetle's up there. He loves being on top of the food trough because he gets to eat right out of the food trough. Here's the little area that you can have a little picnic in. You can sit and read a book or just relax and have a nice time just enjoying the view. Usually my view is a Spino down there. and he tends to kill the otters that spawn there, but it is fun to have otters that spawn right down below in this river. So that's neat. Let's go in through the front gate. We could go in through the side door, but let's go in through the front gate into the grand entrance. Ta-da! And this is the red carpet that the king and all the people who come see the king or the queen have to enter on the red carpet, and then the kings or queens sit. Let's turn off our backspace. He or she sits on the throne surrounded by his pet monkeys or her pet monkeys. And I love the colors. Oh my gosh, I can't believe when I found these monkeys. They're just the cutest things I've ever seen. I just love monkeys. And actually, these guys are so high level that they even do have high melee. They're able to help fight. They throw poop at their enemies. So anyway, so this is the castle, main throne room of the castle, and this is the fireplace that goes perfectly in a castle. This is Eco's. There is a castle fireplace, keep fireplace, but I really like this one for a castle. It's so impressive. And then here's our big table where everybody sits around and makes all the important decisions for the kingdom. And then there's my otter. He's sitting there enjoying watching over everyone. But there's, with this mod, there's flags and banners that you can hang on the wall and color. You can color them the colors that you want and change up the stripes and different things. You'd have to experiment to see what you like most about that. Some of the storage containers are awesome that come with the Keep mod. I like this one. I wish we could paint them. Terribly bad. There's two. I'll show you the other one here in a minute. But I wish we could paint them. And then I have 4 towers in all the different corners, and you can go up and access the upper area through each tower. And this is, I've used obsidian on these stairs. You know, I was showing you how you can have different textures that you could show on your structures, and I like to use obsidian a lot for the railings and the stairways and things like that. So this is an outer area. I'm not too worried about getting up above and shooting. There is ports that you can shoot arrows if you have to, but it's so safe up here, I just don't think anybody's going to attack my castle, especially since it's PvE. Oh, I didn't know what that was for a minute, but that's the smoke from the fireplace. And here's the bedroom area for the royalty to sleep in, and they have their desk for reading and signing important bills into law and all that. Just different decorations. Here's the other chest I was going to show you that I wish so badly you could paint, but it's fun to use those. That's a good size. And then you can see we use this chest again here. But if they were paintable, that would just really make it even more fun. And then here's the map. It's very glary. I'm not sure why. We could put the gamma down just a bit, but my gamma's already, no, it's at 2, so it's just a glary map. But this shows the map of Olympus, so you can see there's a lot. And up there, I think it's up there, that island up there by latitude 60 on the left-hand side, right in the middle of the map. I think that's where all the wyverns are. I've tried to get up in there, and I keep seeing wyverns everywhere I go in that direction. So I've not totally been up there, but I think there's some kind of really scary wyvern area. And there's supposed to be an Atlantis under the ocean somewhere on here. So I think that would be fun to go explore. I love the desert. I have been up in the desert, and I love the way they did the desert area here. It's really, really neat. It's just, the whole thing is just a lot of fun. I love exploring new maps, and I'm so thankful that there are so many creative people that like making them. So let's go on up the stairs here to the attic area. We just have miscellaneous hodgepodge of extra different things. Here's another amazing mod that we have on the server. Let's put the backspace, and it's called an upgrade station. This, talk about OP. This is OP. You can take your pick or your hatchet or whatever. You can even do stone picks and stone hatchets and upgrade them. You can upgrade a stone hatchet or stone pick if you're lucky to be even better than a metal one. So I've upgraded. You can see I've got ascendant pike, I've got ascendant hatchet, and a ascendant pick just from coming in here and upgrading. It does get expensive as they get better and better, so it's not like it's just given to you. You do have to collect the iron and all that, hide and wood, but you do an upgrade, and each time it tells you if you were successful or not. And then you can also, like, you can put in, I don't have anything to put in, I certainly don't want to salvage these, but you can salvage, like a lot of times I'll get things in lights that I don't want, and I can go put them in. It's like the grinder, I guess. Anyway, then I have my forge up here. I mean, my generator. There's a wireless generator that only uses gasoline with the AA mod. And then my freezer and refrigerator that do not go, it's too modern to go in my kitchen, but it keeps things a lot fresher than anything else I've ever used in ARC. The freezer is almost indefinite if you put things in the freezer. And then there's a little vault over there. So anyway, this is just odds and ends and just a space to put stuff in, or I could make it into an extra bedroom if I wanted to, or something like that. All right, guys. Whoops. Don't get dizzy walking down the walking down the staircase. There we go. Ooh, don't get dizzy. Close your eyes. Okay. So anyway, that is our castle build. I hope you can get some good ideas and things that you can do to build a fun castle. This is the garden area, courtyard area, and I've used, this is Eco's pond, her water structures, and I made a pond, and you can tell the fish to be there or not, so you can have clear water if you want. And the plants, some of those plants are actually in the ground here, so that's why it looks like more plants than usual. And that's why I even put this here, because I couldn't, they're plants that I couldn't pick and couldn't make them go away. So I thought, well, good, I'll just put a pond here. That way you can't even tell there's plants here that don't belong. But there's a fountain, there's a bench to sit on. I love these little light trees, landscape cypress trees. Anyway, it's just super, super fun to build an ARC. I never get bored with ARC. It's just always something, especially, I think, let's see if we can put, oh, no, I had the backspace on. There we go. Sit on bench. We'll sit on the bench and finish our talking. Go into K mode. There we go. I never get bored in ARC. There's always something to do with all the different mods that are constantly coming out. Even though ARC is 4 years old, there's still new mods all the time coming out. And they have big contests, so that keeps people inspired and keeps people interested. But there are several maps right now that are almost completed that are great. Amissa is one. Olympus, Antarctica, Talum is one. That's one that you don't hear a lot about, but oh my goodness, I'm enjoying Talum a lot. So I really urge you, if you're starting to get a little bored with ARC and need something new, you can take any of those maps and go on the single player, or go have your server admin, or you make your own server for your friends and use some of those maps that aren't out available completed, but you can go ahead and play them. They are playable. All right, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you so very much for coming and watching my videos. Don't forget to subscribe, click that like button, and the best thing, if you want to help, if you like anything you saw in the video and want to share it with your friends, and that way they can see it too. And I would love that. That would be so awesome. All right, guys, thank you so much. I'll talk to you later. Bye.